Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to our first Q&A episode. If you are new to Ask the Android Guy, I've always been asked questions. So now I've started to have a Q&A session. Basically 10 questions every week. And just basically answering, questions that I've gone throughout the week that other people might have, or that I just want to take extra time to speak to these. So let's start with our first question. The first one is from a gentleman named Iowa, or it could be a girl, I'm not sure. But it is how to sideload the apps. Well, I've actually done a video on this, which hopefully I'll have a link right here so you can click on it, or in the description down below. And it'll teach you how to sideload apps. Sideloading, for those of you who don't know, is basically how you put an app on your device without actually needing to root, or for those of you coming from iOS, to jailbreak or some nonsense like that. It's actually just downloading a file called an APK file and installing it on your device. It's actually very simple, and I have a video to walk you through that. Jose asks, can you tell me the name of the widget with the weather, clock, and buttons, toggles, as you were? So this one is called HD Widgets. I actually have done 2 videos on it, and it's a really nice. It's a really nice widget. It's probably the best widget, hands down, in Android. I like it more than any other widget on the market, and it's really nice because you can use it on all platforms. You can use it on your phones and on your tablets, and it's really nice. I definitely recommend it for those of you who are looking for a nice clock widget. I use it on every device I have, and I always get that question, so that's why I want to address it on this channel. Just letting you know that the best clock widget out there, along with weather and along with toggle switches, is HD Widgets. All right, Linda asks, I saw your video. Thanks for sharing. I am a BB user, so a BlackBerry user. And she tried downloading from an older video that I had a network booster free, and she couldn't find it anymore, even with the direct link from the developer. So Linda, that app has been taken off the market. I don't believe that you can get it really anywhere unless you sideload it. But a great alternative is called Fresh Network, and that is the one I currently use on my newer devices. And it's a really great alternative to the Network Booster Free that used to be around. Basically the same thing. It resets your radios, and especially with carriers in the US, resetting the radio through this way is a lot better than just turning your data on and off. You don't always get the 4G signal that you're supposed to have, and resetting the radios does a much better job of it. I wanted to clarify what this does, because a lot of techies told me, oh no, it's not really boosting your signal. It is, but it's just, this is that boosting your signal is a simple way to say it. What it actually does, I just said. So yeah, that would be the great alternative to boost your network to always have 4G when you know it should be available, and that is called Fresh Network. Yeah, the icon, just so you know, is an Android eating an apple in front of network bars. Okay. And now, Jessica asks, now she has a Mark II Canon camera with a compact flash card, and she has a USB reader, and she's wondering if a USB adapter will allow her to put photos onto the device, and if it can actually take the electricity for it. She was thinking of putting them on a hard drive as well. So just a couple of things here. So if you did want to use the Android device to take the USB adapter, it can. I've actually done it with SD cards, Pro Duo cards, micro SD cards. The compact flash is an older one, but it still works just fine. As long as you have a USB adapter to plug into the USB port, you should be fine. I'm not really sure which device you were asking this for. I forget. Excuse me. But it really should be fine with any kind of device you are using. Now, in terms of electricity double adapter that you asked me about, Certain devices do have more voltage than others going out, and that's only happened as of late. Not all devices do this. The Nexus devices, so the Nexus 7 and 10, do have more voltage going out, as well as all new Samsung devices. So the Galaxy S3, the Note 2, as well as the Galaxy Note 10.1 that I'm using here. They do have more voltage going out, so if you're trying to do an external hard drive, these devices should be able to power it no problem. I've tested them on all of them with the exception of the Nexus 4, with the exception of the Nexus 7, and they do have enough energy going out to supply that. So you should be fine even with an external hard drive. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Alright, My Gaming Ninja asks, are you able to use the Galaxy Tab 2 or Galaxy Tab Plus with a SIM card? He really wants to use it, and he wants to know if this can use it, because if not, then he won't get the device. Please get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you. So it depends, actually. So first of all, there's two things that I want to explain what a SIM card does. First thing is providing you internet everywhere you go. There are versions in the US that will do this. They will actually allow you to have internet everywhere you go. However, these versions do not allow you to make calls. In other countries such as Europe, these versions do allow you to make calls. So it depends on the region that you're asking from if it'll allow you to do calls. Now, what I mean by making calls is having a phone app or a dialer app. And not all devices will let you do this. However, you can always use things like Skype to make calls with these devices, as well as you can use the Groove IP plus Google Voice combo, and that will allow you to make calls at any point in the time. I will be doing a video on how to do Google Voice and Groove IP soon. It has been one of the most requested videos. It just takes a lot of editing and a lot of filming to show you guys how to set it up. So that will be coming soon, but that is the quick answer for if you can use a SIM card on the Galaxy Tab 2. Alright, JHP1942 asks, hi, I'm buying an Android tablet. I was thinking about buying an Android tablet, not sure what uses will fit my needs. I will use it for school, internet, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDF documents. Should I buy a tablet or should I just bring my laptop to school? Well, for your needs, you can definitely use a tablet. It is more than sufficient when on the go to school. Now, when typing long papers, I still tend to recommend a PC just because of formatting in Word. However, you can do the basic paragraphs very easily on an Android tablet. Now, the two I recommended for students earlier this year was the Galaxy Note 10.1, which I am using currently right now. You can write down notes very easily on S Note, and it can convert to text, as well as read PDFs, as well as convert your notes to PDFs. So really nice there. It also comes with the newest version of Polaris Office, which is by far the closest you can get to Office right out of the box. And you also can download an app that I've commented on before called OnLive Desktop, which will give you full Word, PowerPoint, and Excel on any of these Android devices. However, for that app, you do need internet, so keep that in mind. The other tablet I recommend is the Transformer 300. The Transformer 300 should be about $299 almost everywhere you go now, sometimes $349 depending if it's on sale or not. Now, the really nice part about this device is if you get this device with a keyboard, which will vary between $100 and $150, again, if you get it on sale or not, will be a really good combo for any student. You get a 14-hour combined battery life, full USB slot built in to the keyboard, and SD card slot also built into the keyboard dock. So this is really nice for a student because it basically is the size of like a netbook, but is actually useful. So this is definitely what I would recommend to a student. One of these two tablets, I do have a comparison on them on my other channel, Android 1.0, on deciding which one is the best one for students, and you leave it up to yourself to see which one is better for you. Alright. My effin' hoodie kid asked, I'm getting a new phone. I've been watching your videos, been thinking about getting the Xperia S. I was wondering what you would suggest. Thanks for your help. Dave, otherwise known as the effin' hoodie kid. For this one, to be honest, I don't care for Sony Android phones. They are just too far and backdated. They're just not current enough. I don't really care for them. I think you're much better off getting a Samsung, HTC, or even LG. Those are really the top ones in Android. Samsung is by far the front runner though, and it's shown. You know, HTC has the Droid DNA, which is only on Verizon, if you're in the US. Also, you have LG that has the Nexus 4, which is great if you're like on a prepaid plan and on budgeting. However, for overall phone, it's just lacking in a lot of things, I feel like, and I've gone over that in another video. As well as the Optimus G, again, it's really good overall, but at this point, you're better off getting a Samsung. Just a much better, I would say, overall experience, and the main thing is they have features that no other Android device has, instead of just having specs, which is a mistake that LG and HTC made, which Android was never able to beat Apple in sales till they actually added features that no one else had, and that's what Samsung did, and that's why they're beating Apple. So I would recommend still the S3 and the Note 2 right now. If I were to recommend anyone a top phone, those are my two picks. QWERTYPad asks, save files. Can you save files directly to your tablet? Actually, yes. So on any Android device, it can be used as an external hard drive or external flash drive. Rather, you can actually just connect it to your computer and click and drag any file you want. Even if it's not compatible with Android and you're just using it as a storage, you can then connect it to another computer and click and drag the same file off of your phone or tablet to the other device. So you can click whatever kind of files you want on there. Android has a complete file manager system. Even if your tablet or phone doesn't come with something like My Files or something like that, you can always download a third-party one called Astro File Manager, which is my personal favorite. There's lots of other ones, ES File Manager, all these other ones, so you can have your pick. I personally like Astro File Manager for phones, and for tablets I like File Manager HD. Those are the two ones that I've used when one is not built in, and also even when one is built in, just because you have a little bit more leeway. Alright, Gamer 2012X asks, can you please help? I just bought a Nexus 7, saw your videos connecting the PS3 controller to it, and I want to buy the micro USB adapter you have connected to your device. I need it to be fast, so no order. Any local stores maybe have it. Unfortunately, I do not know of any local stores that have the one that I use, which is the Samsung one. Now, the Samsung one I really like because it basically will be compatible with all future devices and current devices. So that's why it works with Nexus 7, even though it's an Asus device. I don't know of any store that has them in stock, in store. Possibly I would check around for like a third-party cell phone store that only sells cell phone products. I have not seen it at a Radio Shack, at a Best Buy, or at places like GameStop. I would check around. Maybe my stores aren't the same as yours, so maybe one of those has it. But those are probably the ones that I would check first and foremost. Again, I would say you're probably better off though getting a third party or going to a third party cell phone store. I haven't seen it at any carrier stores either, but I got it directly from Samsung's website. You can also get it from places like Amazon and stuff like that. But when I went the cheap route on Amazon, I spent like $5 on one. It didn't work, so I just went for the Samsung one, even though it was $20. Hey, it's a one-time purchase, and I've used it on every device since. So hopefully you find one by you, but I had to go online myself. But those are the places I would check. All right. And then the last one comes from George. Now, George, you asked something that you know I'm having trouble with. And that is that, story short, because I don't want to reveal everything, but basically for Christmas, he's been hinting that he's wanted the Note 10.1. He sees that he thinks he's gotten it now, But, he's kind of been hearing about this Nexus 10. And, he's actually interested in it. And he's been looking forward to the Note 10.1 for a while. So now he's kind of like, well, is it going to be outdated compared to the Nexus 10? And, what would I say about it? And then he further goes on to say, I'm going to be using this tablet for games, YouTube, Photoshop, email, and homework. Okay, so this is a lot of different things. So I want to stress on, obviously, I have not yet done the comparison for the Nexus 10 and the Note 10.1. This will be done hopefully tomorrow. I had, an oral surgery and all this other stuff going on, so I've been delayed. That's why my voice doesn't sound as good either. So, hear me out. So as a little preview to that comparison, in terms of games. So games, between the two, I would say the Nexus 10 is going to be a better one for that, simply because the games that will not only look better, but they're more future-proof since it's the Nexus device. Usually always, they will always be compatible. Whereas the Note 10.1 is compatible with many of them. It's not on par with the Nexus 10, I feel, especially later on in the future. The Nexus 10 will be better, especially since it has a much better graphics card. It has a graphics card that's really next year's graphics card, so we'll be better at paying future games as well. YouTube will look great on either one. Both have stereo front speakers. However, overall video quality, of course, will go to the Nexus 10 just because it will be better for video. For Photoshop, even though it might be clear on the Nexus 10, this little pen makes all the difference. And I would suggest for Photoshop, the Note 10.1 will be much better because of the stylus. It's going to be a lot easier to edit on there, and so far the Nexus 10 does not have any stylus that'll work for it that's narrow. I tried the C pen from the Galaxy S3, which is the other pen that I can, the other stylus I would use. I don't like Bamboos or any of the other ones. They're just too big, especially after using the S Pen. They're not as nice and fine-tipped. So I just don't like those as much, especially for photo editing. I'm very picky about my photo editing. For emailing, really, either way, either one would be fine. Now for homework, this is really interesting. So I like that the Galaxy Note 10.1 comes with Polaris Office already, whereas the Nexus 10, you do have to download a separate Office app. I have one, so it's fine, but the big thing is that the Note already has like keyboard cases made for it. You have the stylus for taking notes during class for homework. So I would say overall right now, for homework, the Note 10.1 would be better. So games and YouTube would be better on the Nexus 10. Photoshop, email, and homework would be better on the Note 10.1. Hopefully this helps, George. Really, I'm still torn between this. I'm waiting to see what the Nexus 10 accessories come out with. I think you'll be happy with the Note 10.1. It's still a great device, and it's going to be a lot better with the new update with Jelly Bean 4.1. There's a lot of great things coming to it, including multi-view from the Note 2, just a lot of great things coming to it. So I don't think you'll be disappointed. Alright guys, that has been the first ever episode of Android Q&A with RICKY, the Android Guy. Hopefully you guys liked it. Let me know your feedback and let me know what you think so that I can keep doing these every week for you guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and thumbs up, guys.